$100, it must put a smile on your face to see the boys play the way they did early.
Yeah, thought, we just spoke about it as a group, and, everybody in the room thought, that maybe that 20, 22 minutes in the first quarter was, the football that we can play. It was very exciting. We kept the ball in our front half, and we didn't really put the scoreboard pressure on the oppo that we should have. There should have been a bigger gap there, and by the end of the quarter, they're in front. And that's the bit that was a little bit frustrating in the game. And then by probably halfway through the second, you could see the momentum swing and their ability to start winning contests and clearances. And yeah, they did a good job and really put us under enormous pressure. And they kicked 5 goals, 1 from stoppages in the third, and that was where the game just opened right up.
Yeah, the pressure that they brought in your boys brought in the first quarter, is that the sort of thing you want to see them play, for 120 minutes?
Yeah, it is. It's there's no doubt that there's aspects of today that you go, geez, that's fantastic. And then, watching some of the players still keep growing in front of your eyes, there's some good moments and there's some moments that you think, geez, we just got to do a little bit better there. But they're young men, and they're young kids that are really, developing into good AFL players. Not great yet, but good, and really getting an understanding. But they excite us. And when you see, Georgie Wardlaw, do what he did, and Taryn for his second up, it was a pretty good performance from him to kick 3 and get a fair bit. Larky's performance is, he's older, but he was very solid. There's some real pleasing parts to our game today, and but we just didn't do it long enough. And it was really around the contest. I thought they got out of our tackles more than we got out of theirs, and their ability to lock us up. I think we -10 in tackles, 44%. We just couldn't get the ball back off them when we had a chance.
Yeah, Taryn was electric there in the first quarter. Did he just run out of tickets in the end?
I think it was a bit like our team. I think post half time we were a little bit flat. We didn't have the same energy as we did in the first half. So I think not just Taryn, but I think the group collectively was a little bit flat in the second half.
Is that just an experience thing, or?
You got to give credit to the opposition too. We can say, the boys have been up for a while, and we're trying to muster that. But you've got to look at what the opposition did too, and they still put us under good pressure, and they tackled well. They made it hard for us, and that can zap your energy as well. So credit to GWS.
Yeah. What did you make of Georgie Wardlaw's game overall? He topped the tackle count with 9. What was your read on his game?
What was that last bit, sir?
I think he topped the tackle count with 9.
Yeah, he did. I think he had 7 at half time. And then he ended up with 9. But, we see a player that's ferocious at the ball and at the man. So, for him to 9 tackles, 22 possessions, kick the goal, you go, he's developing well. And like I said before, all these younger players are still developing and have still got a fair bit of growth in their game.
How do you sort of juggle that as a coach going forward? Because they're obviously, young and it's pretty rigorous competition. Do you look to sort of, give certain players few minutes, or how do you sort of manage that youth as a whole?
I think we just sit down during the week and have a look at their loads and where they're at. Harry Sheasel's played all games and high-ish minutes, but we try and manage him during the week. There's one more game to the bye, so he'll get through there. Next week we have Jai, co-captain, come back, and Huey Greenwood. I don't think LDU will be ready, but he could surprise us when we get back there on Monday and Tuesday. But we'll at least get 2 back.
How's Jack's head?
Jack's head's fine. He just got some stitches. He's tough. He's a warrior. He's done it over so many years. So it was just a cut. When you're sweating and that, it looks worse. But he's a brave warrior and got back out there.
Anyone who was watching the game would be wondering how many stitches he's had. Do you know how many he's got? No,
as a coach, sometimes you just, in the coaching staff, you just stitch it up and get him back out there if he's ready to go. That's sort of how it is. It's it's a harsh game, and we've got so many minutes, so we just he got it stitched up and out he went.
Nick Larky's had another pretty handy contribution. Some of the experts on the radio were saying, "Pay that man $1 million." What do you think about that kind of comment?
Well, they can make whatever comment they want. It's not my area, but I do know he's a figure in the front half for us that we need, and he's a player that can score goals, and he's one of our leaders at our footy club. So we want him there for another 10 years, 12 years. How long can he play for? But he's in good form, but he's worked extremely hard. I don't think early in the year it was quite going, or sort of post maybe round 2 or 3, and then he had to really work hard, and now he's got his mojo back and playing great footy.
If you could wave that magic wand and fix something in the team, would it be consistency, I'm guessing? Yeah,
it would be. I think just there's aspects of our game. I think you were speaking about it before. 120 minutes. I think we're getting about 100 right, and we're getting about 20 wrong, and the 20 wrong hurts us a bit at the moment, and we concede. And I think today was a sort of probably showcase. We had the chance to really put GWS under serious scoreboard pressure, but we couldn't capitalise. The inside 50 count was something like 16-7, but there was about a goal in it. Now they're the things where we should be 3-4 goals in front and really putting the opposition under enormous pressure, and we didn't do that. So today, we had that at the start, and then we have that 20-minute block in the game where they hurt us and we let ourselves down.